Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. You guys are never going to believe this. I have the Ghostbusters theme song stuck in my head from the 1980s because bustin' makes me feel good. And we're 24 hours away from Halloween and I'm trying to prepare myself for my house being TP'd. I've got everything ready to go and so excited to be spending Halloween with you guys again this year. Last year was so much fun. This year is going to be that much more fun because we're going to talk about zombies tomorrow night. And I invite you to join me for that. Halloween's always one of my favorite times of the year. Happy Halloween to everybody watching this video. And, you know, thinking about Ghostbusters, they had the girls as a part of the cast years ago for a Ghostbusters movie. And wouldn't it be cool to see your favorite Descendants stars like Kylie and Malia and Ruby being the Ghostbusters team? I think that would be really cool if they moved in and they teamed up with Slimy and had a whole lot of fun. This is exactly what I say about opportunities presenting themselves to these girls as a part of the Descendants franchise. I think more opportunities are on the horizon for them, and I think we can be incredibly supportive of that. And I can't forget to mention that I would love seeing them be a part of the Ghostbusters movie because I think that they have so much to offer entertainment-wise, and there's so much of a value and appreciation that goes with your favorite Descendants stars that I think a lot of people kind of overshadow by the way they feel about it. And I just always and forever wanted to say something nice about them, and I always supported them too. That was what was so cool about every one of my videos, was that I always wanted to support them, and I always wanted to show them love and kindness like they showed us as a part of the Descendants franchise, because love and kindness was really represented in the Descendants franchise unlike any other franchise that Disney had ever promoted, ever came out with. I think that High School Musical prided itself on music. It wasn't much of a story with High School Musical. When you really think about it, the High School Musical, the series, the musical, was probably one of the best stories ever because of the characters from Descendants being a part of it, like Kylie Cantrell. I mean, they really brought a story to life for the first time in years, because it really took them years to develop a story for High School Musical. In order to notice the story in High School Musical, you had to pay attention to the music and the lyrics, because there wasn't really much of a story without the music. But Descendants had such a beautiful story, even without the music. You could have took the music out of it, you could have took the story out of it, and you would have had something to fall back on. And you would have had something to fall in love with and appreciate. Because these characters, I don't care who you are, you have a favorite Descendants character, you have a favorite fairy tale, and you deserve to be commended for that, because I think everybody has been represented by their favorite fairy tale, their favorite villain, their favorite hero. Every hero has a villain, every villain has a hero. So I think that there's so much to appreciate, so much of a lore with these Descendants characters, and one that I'm incredibly excited to be a part of. We have a future in store for Descendants and Zombies that I'm just excited to be here for and be a part of with each and every one of you. And you guys have shown me the honor of being your voice of Descendants and Zombies for far long enough now. And in all honesty, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because I know there are so many people who upload these videos of Descendants all the time, these ridiculous thumbnails of their faces on the characters' posters, and you know, I understand how you guys must feel, you know, watching these videos on YouTube, and you just want to see a nice video about Descendants and Zombies. It happens every single night that somebody is on their phone and their tablet clicking on these thumbnails about reaction videos about Descendants and Zombies is really ridiculous for reaction videos. They're watching the Zombies video, I think, for the first time, and recording a reaction video for you guys, and the reaction videos don't make sense at all. I think that if we're going to record a video about Descendants and Zombies, we've got to commentate on Descendants and Zombies, and the reason why these videos aren't the greatest is because nobody knows how to commentate on Descendants and Zombies quite like this guy. So guys, thank you so much for putting the call into me, kind of like how you called Ghostbusters years ago when you had a spooky problem. You guys put the call into Jonathan Clarke. You knew Jonathan Clarke was a famous YouTuber, and you wanted videos about Descendants and Zombies, and it's my honor to be able to give you guys the best videos possible about Descendants and Zombies, because you had best believe we have a future in store for the Descendants franchise, and so many more opportunities to explore for Kylie Cantrell, because she is beautiful. She is incredibly beautiful. The smile she has on her face every single time she records a video for you guys, that's exactly what I want to see happen for Kylie Cantrell. She has to be happy. She has to have her spirits uplifted. And we have encouraged Kylie Cantrell for many, many years. And Kylie Cantrell is ever deserving of every opportunity she's been given. And I think the more encouragement we give to Kylie Cantrell, the more love and support we show her, she's going to ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. And that's exactly what I want to see happen for her and all of her friends. Because these friendships are incredibly beautiful that we see in Descendants all the time. Going all the way back to Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson's friendship and what that set up for the Descendants franchise for many years to follow, and then Kylie Cantrell, Malia Baker, and Ruby Rose Turner. I mean, Kylie and Ruby, when you think about Kylie and Ruby, they've been friends forever. They've been friends ever since they were 9 years old, and I've seen some of the most beautiful friendships of all time happen because of Descendants and Zombies. And I know I say a lot of really crazy things about how I want to see these girls in the Ghostbusters movie, how I want to see Ruby Rose Turner play the live-action Rapunzel. I say this because I can see them having more opportunities and being given more of a chance. I think Universal Studios is missing out on an incredible opportunity not bringing these girls in as part of the Ghostbusters franchise or part of these movies like Aladdin, these live-action adaptations of Jasmine being done by Kylie Cantrell. I know that Naomi Scott is beautiful as Jasmine in her own right and represented Jasmine so phenomenally in the 2019 live-action Aladdin, but then you look at Kylie Cantrell, you can see a Jasmine kind of character in her eyes. So I really believe that Disney is missing out on an incredible opportunity to cast these girls in live actions like Ghostbusters and Aladdin and Mulan, and even a Mulan kind of character Kylie Cantrell would do a phenomenal job representing. I say this because I know you have to have different aspects for characters, and Disney obviously sees them in the people they've casted. But again, you're missing out on an incredible opportunity. I mean, Kylie Cantrell's music is unbelievably mind-blowing too. I mean, the music videos for Goodie Bag, Denim, and See You Tonight were fabulously collaborated. She put so much heart and dedication into her EP because she wanted to make her music sound different. And the thing is, she wanted you guys to accept her for her music, and you guys fell in love with her music, and that's great. She's selling EPs off of KylieCantrell.com right now, and she's selling them by the millions. That's exactly what I wanted to see happen for her. And I think that she's got a beautiful image. I really do, and I hope she keeps that beautiful image for you guys. Off of KylieCantrell.com, you can purchase her EP right now. She's selling millions of copies off Spotify and iTunes. And the videos are getting millions of views on YouTube. Her YouTube channel has over 1 million subscribers, and that's exactly what I want to see happen for her. Meg Donnelly has 250,000 on her YouTube channel. I think we can get Meg Donnelly up to somewhere around 1 million subscribers also. I think that these girls are doing a phenomenal job, and I've just wanted to give them credit and show them the respect that they deserve, because when they're faced with so much criticism, it's making them feel really downhearted and feeling like they're not good enough. And I understand how they feel, because in this world, everybody is a critic, especially when it comes to the world of Descendants and Zombies. I mean, people couldn't get enough of criticizing the Zombies franchise without even giving it a chance. And my heart goes out to every single person whoever said they were a fan of Zombies, whoever proudly said they were a fan of Descendants, because Descendants has been a part of our lives now for a decade. And this incredible journey that you girls have had me on for the last decade has been a journey, one that I will never, ever forget. Not just because I had the honor of talking about Descendants and Zombies, I had the honor of experiencing it with each and every one of you. And because of each and every one of you, because you guys brought me back. You know, I thought my career was over 7.5 years ago. I have to be honest with you. I thought my career was over with. I thought I had told my story and completed it. And then my friend from high school called me one night and he said, "What's wrong with you? Go back on YouTube and start uploading videos for your fans, because you have so much more of a story to be told, and people are going to appreciate your opinions on Descendants of Zombies. Go for it, shoot for the stars." And I took his advice, along with all these girls showing up at my door on Halloween every year trying to get me to guess who they are. They're growing up now, and I'm hoping they're still watching me on YouTube after offering me the incentive and the encouragement to upload videos for a global audience who love Descendants of Zombies. You know, I had no idea this franchise was going to take the world by storm. I took a chance on it over a decade ago, and I was a fan of Descendants, but then people started showing up at my door, knowing I was a YouTuber, trying to convince me to upload videos about Descendants of Zombies, and little did I know I would be received the way that I have been over a decade later. Thank you guys so much. From my heart to yours, seriously, thank you so much. So if you want a guy to talk about Descendants of Zombies for you for the rest of your life, you've got it in me, and I will forever and always be here for you guys, showing the love and support to these stars that they have forever and always deserved. Because I thought that Kylie Cantrell's portrayal of this character Tony in High School Musical was fantastic. I thought that all these reoccurring roles she had on shows like Raven's Home and Bizarre Vark were fantastic. Gabby Dern and the Unsittables was a show that I will forever believe was a series that ended long before its time. Because when you talk about a show like Gabby Dern and Coop and Cammy, they only got 2 seasons. But I think the reason why they only got 2 seasons behind that was because they saw so much potential in Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner and saw the friendship being put on display. And I love when you just don't have to test the chemistry. You didn't have to test the waters with Kylie and Ruby because they had been friends all of their lifetime. So when it came to shooting a promo for Disney Channel where they trace out the Disney logo and go, "You're watching Disney Channel," I would have loved the opportunity to do one of those promos. "You're watching Disney Channel, woo!" kind of thing. And I just probably did the best Disney promo ever. And if the Disney executives see it, they're going to hire Jonathan Clarke to do the Disney Channel promos, kind of thing. I actually, about a year and a half ago, I think I did a video where I actually traced out the Disney logo. I incorporated it into one of my videos. I don't even know how I did it. I did it with a green screen program, and I traced out the Disney logo with my yogurt spoon at the time, and it got like 1,000 views. Probably I should do that again for you guys. I have a whole lot of fun bringing these videos to life, I can't lie. And I have a whole lot of fun talking about some of my favorite celebrity crushes over the years, like Kylie and Ruby, because they're beautiful. There's no denial about that ever coming from me. And if you want a guy to support Ruby and Kylie, let's go. Let's talk about Kylie and Ruby, because I really do believe that Ruby Rose Turner has a future in store for her as Rapunzel in the live-action Tangled, because I've forever heard this conversation about Sabrina Carpenter being the live-action Rapunzel, but I would go for Ruby being the live-action Rapunzel because of Ruby's curiosity and just her love for life and her love for all of you. I think she has a greater appreciation for her love for animals. I think that forever and always she's had heart in everything she's done, and because she's put her heart into everything she's done, let's go with Ruby being the live-action Rapunzel. Let's give her the opportunity to run with this character, give her the money to bring her to life, because a company worth $158 billion in revenue can bring a live-action Tangled to life. I don't know reportedly why this has been put on hold because of Snow White's recent flop in the box office and all of the negative reviews around Rachel Zegler's portrayal of Snow White. I was probably the only guy to ever say anything nice about the Snow White live-action. It's beyond me why everybody felt the way they did. Obviously, it had a lot to do with Renee Zellweger's opinions, but the thing is, I really believe that you have to really give more of a chance to these live actions. Now, in saying that, I think that Tangled is a live action that Disney really can't afford to make any mistakes with, but I have 100% faith in Ruby bringing this character to life because of her desire and her passion to want to bring that character to life. Now, Mandy Moore is going to be very difficult to follow in the footsteps of because she had such a legendary voice that she offered to the character Rapunzel, singing these songs like I Can See the Light and Wind in My Hair for the Tangled TV series and the movie, making it a popular franchise and one of the most revered of all time. It was an instant classic in 2010. I remember the premiere of that one at the Capitan Theater in California, and I think that there's so much lore and an appreciation that goes with Rapunzel that you just really can't afford to make any mistakes. And yes, with such a legend like Mandy Moore, having brought that character to life before, Mandy Moore is obviously going to have an opinion, because I remember the interviews that Mandy did years ago for Tangled herself and Zachary Levi, who did the voice of Ryder Flynn Eugene. And I thought it was such passion coming from both those characters. They were so honored to play these characters and bring this franchise to life. So yes, obviously you can't afford to make any mistakes with it, but I see heart and I see passion that goes with Ruby Rose Turner. I don't see that same heart and that passion for Sabrina Carpenter. I remember when Sabrina Carpenter did an interview and she was asked to comment on Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise. That movie was horrible, by the way. I went to see the latest Mission Impossible and it was a waste of my time, just as the live-action Superman was a waste of my time this past July. Never again, let me tell you that. And I remember how Sabrina Carpenter said she would take it seriously, she would train for all these stunts, and I'm thinking to myself, you've got to be kidding me, right? She doesn't seem to have that appreciation that I get from Ruby Rose Turner, or that same appreciation that I get from Dove Cameron and Kylie Control all the time. They're so appreciative of the moments they get to share with each and every one of you, and they get lost in them because you don't know what to expect from one moment to the next. You don't know what kind of emotion we're going to see from Kylie Contrell and Freya Sky. It's very unpredictable on times, and that's what makes it so fun to be a fan of Descendants and Zombies. What makes it so fun about Descendants and Zombies are all the predictions you guys are making about what's inside of this vortex, what's coming next for Victor and Nova. And to be honest with each and every one of you, I'm so excited about the future. I can go on for hours talking about Descendants and Zombies and record hundreds of videos and upload them for you guys, and there's no better way I want to spend the rest of my life than by uploading videos about Descendants and Zombies for you. We'll do it again just before sunset tonight, but I really do believe that if you want to give more opportunities to Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner, bring them back for franchises like Ghostbusters and Aladdin and Tangled. Give them opportunity after opportunity after opportunity because they deserve them. They're so appreciative of each and every one of us. We've forever and always been a part of every moment of Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner's existence. So Why can't we just create more memories with them? They don't have to go away. I mean, Ruby parting ways with the Descendants franchise is just another door opening up for her for more opportunities. I think we haven't seen the last of Ruby Rose Turner in Descendants, mind you. Don't ever forget about that, because I really do believe that Bridget has so much more of a story to be told and to be explored in the Descendants franchise. And here comes the sun peeking in through my window. It's really beautiful on this island where I live. It reminds me of Oregon. This is the perfect place for them to shoot a Descendants movie, and I've forever advocated for that too, for a helicopter to land on my roof, for them to shoot Descendants out of my backyard. It's beautiful here on this island. There's so many stories about mermaids, pirates, witches, sirens. People go missing all the time, haunted graveyards. Perfect place to shoot both Descendants and zombies, and I would take myself up in the opportunity to take the cast around here, show them the beautiful locations they could shoot Descendants on, and have a whole lot of fun. I think they shot part of Peter Pan and Wendy here. I think they also shot part of Aquaman here too. So we do have the scenery here, and it really reminds me of Oregon. It allows me to put my life together and my thoughts together about Descendants of Zombies, and I just love living here. And Halloween and Christmas around this time of year every year on this island is beautiful too. So to have the honor to spend Halloween with each and every one of you this year to talk about Descendants of Zombies, a lot of zombies conversation coming your way on this YouTube channel, really has become an honor of mine, and one that I will never ever forget, because moments like this should last for forever, and I've always believed in forever existing. While other critics will shut down your hopes and dreams of forever existing, I've always wanted to encourage that, and somewhere, somehow, I've like to believe that I've gotten through to a lot of people about Descendants of Zombies in this upcoming chapter, and so many characters from Princess and the Frog and Encanto being only just one way of looking at it, because there's so much of an opportunity to create. If Freya Sky loves Stitch so much, he should have the opportunity to create with Stitch in the Zombies franchise, and Stitch could find something to do, because Stitch is one of those crazy, very unpredictable, very lovable characters, and I think his craziness sometimes gets the better of him, but to see him work with Freya Sky, probably even for a music video, would be great too. I'd love to see Stitch be a part of the Descendants franchise, the Zombies franchise. I put the call in to make that happen for you guys if I was a Disney executive, because I think it has a lot to do with pressure too, and them having to live up to certain expectations of management and producers, and how the management company wants them to be perceived for their image. It's really ridiculous. I mean, if one photo is leaked on social media, does it have to be instantly removed or taken down? I think that if a photo gets leaked on social media, it only creates conversation, and conversation about a franchise is exactly what you want to see happen for it. I love hearing conversation. I love hearing rumors about what you think is going to happen next in Descendants of Zombies. People are saying mermaids, pirates, witches, sirens. Everything's ended up in the conversation, and I'm just really excited to be a part of it for the foreseeable future. I've never felt more honored to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because when it comes to opportunities for Clarke and Trell, the opportunities are really endless. I mean, songs like Goodie Bag, Denim, See You Tonight, beautiful collaborations by Clarke and Trell, and I think a sequel could be in the works for her EP, because it's always a constant struggle to perceive yourself with the way a label wants you to be perceived, how your record label wants you to be perceived and come off for being. But when you're producing something independently, you have more freedom, and that's exactly what someone 20 years old wants to have, is freedom, because they're an adult. And I think a lot of respect has to go with that too. So my heart really does go out to everybody who has supported Clarke and Trell in so many unbelievable ways, guys. Thank you so much for never quitting on Clarke and Trell. Thank you so much for being there for her every step of the way. And you guys deserve more credit than you're ever shown, and more respect, because I think that you guys are some of the smartest fans in the world, because you know who and what you love, and that deserves to be respected. And I've just wanted to be here every step of the way with you guys, helping you make sense of everything Descendants of Zombies. And somewhere, somehow, I like to believe I've gotten through to a lot of people. People are going to hit my subscribe button because they too love Descendants of Zombies, because I've never ever wanted you to hit my subscribe button because of me. I've wanted you to hit my subscribe button because you were a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and we shared a passion together. So if you are somebody who are watching these videos for the first time ever, I invite you to browse through my archives. There is something here for everybody on this YouTube channel, and I never shy away from sharing my opinion with so many wonderful people. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel, and I can only hope that you will continue to show me love and support moving forward into the foreseeable future, because indeed we do have a future to be excited about and to talk about, and I look forward to talking about it with each and every one of you as your voice of Descendants of Zombies. This has really become the greatest honor of my life. So we have Halloween happening tomorrow night. I have one final video to upload for you guys just after sunset tonight, and I invite you to join me for that. So as we continue to support and love Descendants of Zombies so much, that's exactly what I want to have happen. I want to see Descendants of Zombies have so much unprecedented success. We're just coming off Halloween Fest in Disney World and seeing all your favorite Descendants stars, dressed as their favorite characters. Even Tinkerbell, when you talk about Freya Sky, was beautiful. And I think that their futures have never been more evident and more apparent than ever before because of your guys' love and support for this YouTube channel and everything Descendants and Zombies. Guys, thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel. Thank you for always hitting my subscribe and my like button and my share button. Thank you for always supporting these videos. I will have one final video for you later on tonight that will premiere just after sunset. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. We will talk more about Descendants of Zombies in the upcoming months, and I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, because there really is something here on this YouTube channel for everybody as we keep Descendants of Zombies in our hearts forever and always. Thank you guys so very much.